Okay, now we have the finals for the men and also have the losers. Sorry, the third playoff. Have you got the one that losers match? Hey, what are you going on? Maria, where are you? Mary? Okay, get a more. The final is going on between Caesar and CAS. Is the second final? Is the second final we are meeting at CAS bar. I don't know if Kapanani is such a sure all the time. I don't know if it's the second one. Meanwhile, the ladies here are doing the birthday party for dinner. Yeah, right there. For the come on, say everybody is busy. Get a mask. Come on. Any of us, those of the real ones are watching today, maybe you want to dance with someone. Venga, la ladies, avanzada Kasagari Kahoa, Uwe Kaziranya agent to Ave, Amin Chavasi Janangela agent. You want to go outside of the Africa, they can also take you on the so finally, you can see Angela, if you say that I do Angela again in Vegas, just in Kahoa, you will find them there, or Angela can give you a clear direction to the offices. For the ladies, we are going to buy a mix of this Saturday at Women's Full Arena in Jamaica. Let's go and share. We especially don't have to buy yourself 5 of our special art. You enjoy them at your cost, or you can give them away to a friend. Please don't dance. If you don't have a pressure, you can call them in our channel for easy pressure and your booking. Thank you. Okay. Mind you, you did not over there and the TV you need it there. So they can move those balls as well. Okay. We are in the finals. I'm sure he's going to make some live updates here and bring live streaming as well. People are enjoying slowly pressure and you're chilling kidogo hivi sijui kwa nini. The ladies are enjoying a birthday party. I don't know how, but they're enjoying. And some people are enjoying silently, like silent majority.
A very good day, pool lovers, from wherever you're watching, from Kampala, where this match is coming live, from Nairobi, from Lusaka, from Dar es Salaam, from Harare, from Maputo, from Johannesburg, from Bulawayo, from Cape Town, from Lagos, from Somaliland, from Lagos, from everywhere, most especially around the African continent, where these matches are normally watched in very big multitudes. And yes, after 48 matches in the men's category and then 24 in the ladies category, all of those players having a single life in the competition, finally we have the very last action of the tournament. As a preamble, today, which is now the wee hours of Friday morning, it is now 14th of November. The tournament started on 12th, supposed to have ended on 13th, but it's just that it's ending at midnight. It is now entering in some kind of third day. It has been 48 players and 24 ladies playing single life here at CAS Bar in Kampala. The ladies event has now ended with Rashida Motesi winning a 13th comp, the most dominant Ugandan player against fellow Ugandans, and by a big country mile this year. There is now a men's final between Joseph KASOZI, donning white with blue strips, taking on Caesar Chandiga, donning grey. Both players are donning light blue jeans. The rest of the final is 9 with the live stream coming to you on Break and Finish Live Facebook as well as Break and Finish Live YouTube, sharing the same exact commentary of the diagonal Facebook stream and the horizontal YouTube stream, being presented to you as usual by my name, Simon Peter Chobe. And with 4 frames played so far, this one being the 5th, Caesar Chandiga, aka the Scorpion, leads by 3 frames to 1 against Joseph KASOZI, aka the Sharpshooter. Once again, they are racing to 9. Live commentary coming shortly. Now, there is this thing about the Ugandan pool. According to the Pool Association of Uganda, Joseph KASOZI is ranked first, considered as the best player in the country, yes, by the Pool Association of Uganda, especially after attaining the highest number of points in comparison to other players in events organized by the Pool Association of Uganda. Caesar Chandiga was ranked first last year, but many people believe that he's the best anyway. That's why most of the time when these two players get to face off, most especially when it's finals, even when it is before then, it is an African continent, most especially the Pool Republic of Africa being united on the internet. Now 5 frames played, with Caesar leading by 3 frames to 2 after KASOZI winning frame number 5. Umpire is the player Ashraf Misamba. He's not having umpiring duties. The players are talking to him only to rack the balls for either, and then they do auto officiation also with the assistance of the same video that you're watching, Break and Finish Live YouTube as well as Break and Finish Live Facebook. With just frame number 6 underway, way over 1,000 people are watching this action live. Thank you, Africa. If Caesar doesn't win this match, it will be a 6th tournament in succession that he will be failing to win against fellow Ugandan players. But the special thing, sometimes even his in quotes bad form can be very good form for some of us. It's the 3rd final out of 6 competitions. The other 2 he lost. This one he does have a chance to right the wrongs, especially for the fact that he is leading, taking on a guy that has beaten him in 2 finals, one of them here right on the same table. I was streaming that match, the final of the Grand Open Championship of the Pool Association of Uganda, as way back as 2023. It was a race to 9. It was Caesar versus KASOZI. I remember Caesar leading by 8 frames to 5. It was almost done and dusted. I also remember that it was 19 minutes left on the clock because it was a time tournament. I remember KASOZI winning a 6th, then he won a 7th, then he won an 8th with time running out, then he won a 9th. I also saw an outburst between fans of Caesar and fans of KASOZI. Amid these hundreds and hundreds of fans that were watching at the venue, the two players faced off in the King of the Table Championship the following year, 2024, again organized by the Pole Association of Uganda, this time round in the eastern city of Jinja, again racing to 9, again ending by 9 frames to 8, again the same player winning, again Joseph KASOZI. That's why Caesar takes him as a very formidable opponent. But so many other times the two players have faced off have not been tournaments of the Pole Association of Uganda, the biggest bulk of them being won by the Scorpion. In fact, when KASOZI defeated Caesar on this very table in 2023, the two players decided to have a money match against each other, racing to 21 for $1,200, a match that I streamed live on this very platform. I remember Caesar winning by 21 frames to 10. Since then, meetings between them have been comps like this, most especially after 2024, early last year. The Grand Open of the Pole Association of Uganda, and in the final. Now Caesar has played himself in some kind of trouble. He has a little or none of the sight of the last yellow of his left on the table. He may have to play it off the cushion, maybe off the bottom cushion, try and play it right against the rail drive. He's playing must short cap the cube around the black to find the yellow. Whether or not he can do something about it is different altogether. It is a miss and a foul, and an even bigger opportunity if you're a fan of KASOZI. Maybe if you're KASOZI Joseph yourself. 3-2 Caesar leading, with KASOZI seemingly on the verge of having the scores at equal par here. For a free shot, he has decided to play by simple roll one of the reds, granting himself natural white for another, wanting to put to the center pocket, which he does. Two other reds at the right end of the table, which is bottom if you're watching on Facebook, which he'll want to put one of them to the corner pocket, top right, the other to the center pocket, top, last red to the corner pocket, bottom left. With the easiest cue ball, he'll be manipulating for black. This one will clearly be the sharpshooter's equalizing frame. This year, Joseph KASOZI has won only one comp, and by his very high standards, that is nothing short of a poor performance. It was the Grand Open Championship of the Pole Association of Uganda, which he defended successfully. No, he wasn't defending champion actually. He was reaching a third final out of the last 3. But in one of the finals, he lost to Habib Sebuguzi again here, by the way, at this very venue. So he really likes to play here. In that comp, the last that he won for the Pole Association of Uganda, he defeated Dan Mobedo in the final. But even most importantly, he defeated Caesar in the semi-final. So he's one of those players that have a way to try and beat Caesar, most especially at the levels that do matter. Here we go, dear viewers. Small a chance as it is. Most of the times when it is a playing, you never say never. And he's not yet done. He will be involved in action tomorrow. Racing to 21 for $2,000. Caesar Chandiga versus Hazard Lokoma, who has kept himself out of this competition. Hazard, he believes it will give him a better chance of taking down Caesar if he is well rested before they show off for what will be the fourth time. The first two were won by Hazard, but wait, Caesar did have the stubbornness to headset him with +6. I have to say though that Hazard won with the scoreline big enough to still have maintained his win, even though the scoreline did not have +6 effect in a race to 21. The third time they faced off was victory for Caesar and big victory for $2,000 again by 21 frames to 10. Now Hazard wants to have another go. Fans have been roasting him all over social media, trying to utilize maybe the dry spell of Caesar, maybe. I don't know how true that one was. But now the dry spell could be brought to one end if Caesar wins this match. It will be some kind of way to respond to what was a dry spell. However, for the two yellows left onto the table, one of them portable with is to the center pocket bottom, the other not so much because it has black covering part of its way. That's why he's going for the bank and is missing the target and is granting chance for KASOZI to play again in the frame. What can the sharpshooter do? There he goes. Now he needs this very big backspin to have full sight of the black. It has to be full sight. And uses the cushion, and I believe has used it very well. The rest is a formality. And for the very first time in the match, it is the sharpshooter in the lead. Yes, it is realistic. He went 3 frames to 1 down. He has won the next 3. Now he leads by 4 frames to 3. Racing to 9 for the chance to be called CAS champion. Once again, Joseph KASOZI 4 and Caesar Chandiga 3.
And then in fourth position we have Kansanga.
And how better can the break be than this? Maybe not so much better. And I want to think that KASOZI will be going for the reds. And not only because they are positioned relatively better, but there is a red that can be portable with ease, at least for him to close the table. The one closest to the cue ball, put the portable to the bottom center pocket, direct or off the yellow. I want to believe that he will want to put it off the yellow. Just a little off. Wants to make the pocket look so wide for him to pass any other ball if it comes to that. Going for break and finish, live on break and finish, is Joseph KASOZI. The last time that he won a comp was as way back as March this year, and you are listening to me in November. That makes 8 months plus some change. He has reached a few finals, semi-finals, quarter-finals, but has not been winning at least in the singles. In the team event, he has been doing okay. Did win the Ugandan League with the team that is Roxbury, did win the Q Masters International Carnival, came second in the Ultimate Pool Championships with the national team. In the singles, he also came only second in the biggest comp he has played in this year, the Commonwealth Billiards Championship black ball category. But right against Caesar, after winning the last three, KASOZI makes it 4 all in a row. It has been a KASOZI show. If you've just been joining in the last 10 minutes, you could have seen KASOZI pretty much looking like playing all on his own, because he's spotting ball after ball and winning frame after frame and increasing lead after lead after 8 frames in the match. It is Joseph KASOZI 5 and Caesar Chandiga 3. Now, the best possible way to respond to Apple is none other than scoring an apple yourself. That's exactly what Caesar is trying to do. Positional play of his reds is now making it more complicated than realistic that he can finish the remaining reds on the table in his current visit, and has to be very wary that KASOZI is in the mood as long as chance is given. The first announcement was that the final was going to be a race to 7, which both players were okay with. They were then told that they will be instead racing to 9. Then KASOZI said, almost quoting Caesar, no problem. Caesar has gotten a little bit of a problem in the opening of the red after playing the cue ball into it, the red that is bottomwards, that is, because it remains a little bit too close to the cushion for his liking. That's why he wants to put it by rail drive rather than by cut to the center pocket. Shot just lacked a little bit of power. He was so close to putting a ball that will almost have guaranteed his opportunity to win by apple. And Joseph KASOZI responds by displacing his ball. The tempting shot for the Scorpion, that red close to the black, portable by cut. If you cut it rightwards, if on target, it could go all the way to the corner pocket, bottom left. If you are watching on YouTube, he's instead contemplating maybe bank, maybe red, right against the rail. That would have been so ambitious. It was quite difficult. KASOZI comes in, I think, to take what looked like way easier pickings. Down by 5 frames to 3 is the Scorpion. He has been down so many times in this competition. He has been showing the fighting side of his game. He was at one time down against Mansour, was really down against Lawrence. He was even down in the first round against, of all people, a guy that is called Richard Mukisa. It's not one of the tournaments where he has been playing to his maximum level, but at least he's in the final. However, in the final, he's taking on a guy who is shooting so far like he's possessed. He has won 5 out of the last 6 frames, Joseph KASOZI, and yet he's on the verge of winning a 6 out of the last 7. As long as he can put the last yellow now on the table to the corner pocket bottom left, he may need to draw the cue ball a little bit backwards, maybe play it just a little against the cushion. Doesn't even need the cushion. He has enough sight of the black to put it on target. Will be hitting it with power, just like that. Oh no. One of those times when in human life someone can be called beautiful but unlucky. He did everything right but lacked a little bit of luck. The black ball just jumped out of the pocket. Just like that. I like to say the difference between victory and defeat for top players can really mean to be very, very small. In one moment, KASOZI was winning the frame. In the very next moment, he's losing it to his opponent. There comes Caesar pulling another one back. Or first, will I say KASOZI losing another one? 9 frames played. Caesar 4 and KASOZI 5. Race to 9. First half of the final is done. Here comes the second half. Just want to shout out to some of you. You may as well have to tell me where you're watching from, just to see how our outreach is marvelous. Magenyi, where are you watching from? Facebook stream. Brian Zatunga, you seem to be supporting KASOZI. Alicia Asha, supporting Caesar. I don't know where you're from. Temba Lamini must be watching from South Africa. Martin Ibas, we're always watching and always appreciating commentary. Odufade Toyosi, you're watching the YouTube stream from all the way in Nigeria. Thank you very much. Ibrahim Sejoko, you want to send your side bets for tomorrow's match? Okay, if you don't send, if you're just on your own, but if you're two, I however don't like picking people's side bets unless you're at the venue, or unless it's someone I know, because these are real betting matches. But if I start advertising betting, some people may mistake the whole arrangement. Ivan Federa, thank you for watching. Habat Mugume, thank you for watching. Kasim Seguya on the YouTube stream. The Kazimian from Zimbabwe, thank you for watching. Calvin from Botswana. George Jesem Media Live Pool, always watching from Eswatini and always bringing us action from the Great Kingdom. Thank you for watching. George Tawanda, thank you for watching. Junior King Chima from Zambia in Kabwe. Emmanuel supporting KASOZI all the way from Cape Town. Donovan Jolit, you're watching from Cape Verde. You say the whole country is here supporting the sharpshooter. Okay. And yes, Pius Tangeni from Namibia, thank you very much. Bo Mola, you're watching from Lusaka in Zambia. Thank you. Butler Hachende from the Chirundu border. I think it is between Zambia and Zimbabwe. Thank you very much. Marvelous Manyenyi, supporting Caesar. You are from Zimbabwe. KASOZI Joseph extends his lead even further. And how many single visit touches are we seeing from these players? The match is starting to beat a little bit world class. 10 frames played out of a total of what? 18? No, 17. The maximum was 7 to go. Caesar is down by 2 frames. It is KASOZI leading by 6 frames to 4. Simon Chapela Olivia from Zambia. Tahaf Kokli from Entebbe in Uganda. Matome Silwana from South Africa. Zanin, you're supporting, you're calling him Caesarman. Shani Taero from Zimbabwe. Thank you for watching. Kafas Fred, my friend from Kamwenge. Thank you for watching. Peppa Libya from Pretoria in South Africa. Welcome to the stream. Fezman Industries from Herbert, you are supporting Herbert Mugisa from Zimbabwe, but Herbert is not in the match, guys. Shokushugi from Kigali in Rwanda, thank you for watching. Vincent Ronato supporting Caesar from Botswana. Tekshua Mafodia from Zimbabwe again. Louis, you're supporting me. I'm not a player, sorry. Roy Biche, my friend, of course, supporting Caesar from Cuba in Gulu. Peter Mlenga, you're from Zambia, watching on the Facebook stream. And Chingwanire, you say the abortion was bad. The abortion is what it's nicknamed when the ball jumps out of the pocket. That was by KASOZI, who would very easily be leading by 4 frames now. It could very easily have been him on 8 and Caesar on actually on 3, and KASOZI would have been on 7. Stanford Fambisai supporting Caesar from Zimbabwe. Nash Oliphant, thank you for watching from South Africa. Yes, you're streaming from Malawi. Victor Mbiko, Mwene Lumpembe, thank you for watching. Christopher Chitonena, you say you're supporting KASOZI's style of play right from day one. Tego Seloane, you say Caesar will always be the best all the way from Witbank in South Africa. But KASOZI says no to you. He's extending his lead. It is now Joseph KASOZI 7 and Caesar Chandiga 4. It's about maybe a minimum of 7, if not 8, single visit clearances from both players in the final. And I don't think we can get a better final, especially considering the level of play so far. 7-4. The sharpshooter needs 2. The Scorpion needs 5 out of the remaining 6. Here comes the sharpshooter's break. Here is. He makes a ball. A yellow it was. The Reds, it seems, he may want to go for. And they are pretty much finishable. By the way, the yellows are finishable as well, as long as he can get to make a ball going for the Reds. Playing one red into another now by connection. He gets to pot. He can. Even from where you're watching, you can just have a look at his face. It is reading nothing but determination. He's very, very determined. Sometimes when I even find him, they are my friends, these guys. I like to make fun of him. That you forgot how to play in non-power comps like this one. Because for whatever reason, he's just not been performing in them. Even reaching the final is sometimes very tricky. Sometimes very lesser players get to take him down. But wants to prove some kind of point against the Scorpion. Looking at the red, I'm not so sure it can pass in between the yellows, maybe off one of the yellows. It was passing. It was going in. Yes, it did go in. Yes, he does have a chance to win an 8th frame out of 12. This I don't see happening all the time. Caesar is never ever bullied. It is him who bullies his opponents. He's being treated to a test of his own medicine because KASOZI is now outplaying the Scorpion in the final. It doesn't happen so many times like that, but it is exactly what it is. The sharpshooter leads by 8 frames to nil. He's an overwhelming favorite to win at least one more out of the remaining 5 to win his first comp in the last 8 months, which will be the second in the year, but the first outside of the Polar Station of Uganda calendar. Caesar Chandiga 4 and Joseph KASOZI 8. From a Scorpion perspective, at least he has gotten to make a ball on the break. Whether or not the break was good enough, your guess is as good as mine. For both of the players, it's more than just the money. Yes, there is money to win for all of the top 8 men and top 4 ladies. By the way, the ladies have in the order been Rashida Motesi winner, Julie Namhanga second, Fauza Namganza third. I don't even think many of you know about her. But one of those matches where the Scorpion is being outplayed here. Every chance is giving to KASOZI. KASOZI seems to be utilizing so well. Believe you me, the last frame that KASOZI won is where he got so close. The last frame, in which I'm meaning he lost, is where he had black jump in and out of the pocket frame, then being won by Caesar. Outside of that, in the last 20 minutes, in the last 8 frames, Caesar has been limited to being a viewer of a match in which he's involved as a player. It has been that simple. He must start winning frames here, and must start winning by winning this ongoing one. Some Caesar fans I know who have not been at the venue since the start are now arriving. Maybe they know that he needs them. He knows how to play to the crowd, Caesar. I don't even know if the crowd will be enough today. If he gets this bank right, it's not right. And now with that, we may have seen Caesar's last participation in the competition. If KASOZI can make a clearance of the 4 reds and the black, I think it should be done now. With every shot taken, with every breath made, with every ball potted, he gets closer and closer. This one big shot and puts it with ease. I believe Joseph KASOZI will want to roll cue ball round black, put both black and red to the same corner pocket, top right. Here comes the sharpshooter as the Scorpion concedes the rest of the frame. The two friends hug each other, with Caesar admitting that yes, I was good in the competition, but in the final, KASOZI has been distantly better. Thank you for keeping me company, Africa. It has been 2 long days and part of 2 long nights, and it has been a world-class final, most especially the performance of the tournament's winner. One-sided between KASOZI and Caesar. It is the 3rd final, 2 of them at the same venue, in which KASOZI defeats Caesar. Final score in the final: Caesar Chandega 4 and Joseph KASOZI 9.